most hackers, they get started just playing around, and often it's when they're teenagers. So I'm sure that he'd been working on this for a long time. Modern malware tends to be profit driven. It's looking for money in some form or fashion, whether that's stealing it directly from the user, stealing information from the user that can be turned into cash, or even potentially just using your computer's CPU time and turning that into cash. There are so many different ways that malware gets money from its infected hosts. In this case, it didn't seem to be financially motivated. In fact, as Patrick Wardle called it, this was more creepy malware. The goal really seemed to be to capture images and sounds. There was a big focus in the code on screen captures, webcam captures, and audio. And we've heard reports that not only was he capturing videos of infected users, but that he was actually listening in, turning on the microphone on their Macs, which is, when you turn on the webcam, the little light comes on. When you turn on the microphone, nothing comes on. There's no indication. The means of infection, we didn't find the vector. But like you say, those numbers are fairly small. So obviously this wasn't something that was out there, really just out there in the wild going crazy and infecting people. And in a way, that's probably that's why it lasted so long. Some of the easiest malware to find is the stuff that gets out there. It's very virulent and it infects thousands of machines, hundreds of thousands of machines in a day. When malware's doing that, it's hard not to miss as a security company. When it's only infecting a couple thousand in 10 years, that's easy to miss, because the malware wouldn't really have any signs that it was there. It didn't cause any noticeable symptoms unless you happen to notice that little webcam light come on. So that sort of thing can really stay under the radar for a long time if it's used judiciously and only against targeted individuals. Now, the weird thing here is that I don't know why some of these individuals were targeted. There were people all over the country. There were people in California. There were people in the Midwest. There were people here at Case Western. Obviously, there were a lot of people at Case Western. Those are obvious. But why California? We don't know. We don't know how those people were targeted and how they got the malware on their systems.